At times we will draw attention to it, and I think that's for the best, Chad.
I took my jacket off and they put me on camera.
Ah, well,
now they
welcome.
can just see my Billabong t-shirt.
I got my jacket on. Look at me.
You look pretty good, Harry. And you got 2 mics.
Double micing. They really want to hear it.
I'm sitting here, I'm looking at, I get caught on my phone. I'm looking at the FaZe versus Roosters scoreboard right now.
Yeah, like the story,
the old
buddy.
Roosty boys.
It looks like it could even be an 8-7.5 for the Roosters here.
Cluck.
Yeah. And FaZe picked Inferno, and Rooster opted to start on the T side of
Cocks
Inferno.
out for the boys.
Ballsy. All right.
So,
Fear the cock, lads. That is their slogan.
Is it there? Is it?
That is a
Fear the
slogan. Fear the
cock.
cock. Yeah. They wrote it on the board over there. Anyway, fast A for NiP and double nades as they go flying in, but no one's on boost. What a surprise. What a shocker. They're going to flash through and chase down these Ts before they can even get the chance to plant.
Wow.
Brutal.
Wow, what a pistol round out
I
of
like
paiN.
that.
Did you see what they did there? So when they flashed and pushed through, they threw a molly from elevator room to short so that anybody either had to be completely hidden or fighting in the open.
Awesome.
So they flushed the rats out of the system here, and that was a well thought out pistol round there. I think, look, Vertigo, I think this is a map where paiN have shown me some positive things in the past. So here they come. Look at them just barreling through, catching him in no man's land. Very, very well handled here from paiN. A fantastic pistol to pick up because on Nuke, as we all remember, NiP won both pistols.
That is true, and they converted them. They got 5 rounds for free, if you want to call it that.
This is a free round as well here. So, Harry, do you have anything that you'd like to bring to the table?
Yeah, I was wondering if, Chad, if you were on a top team and Source 2 is releasing, you know...
Why do you think I'm talking to the two of you guys about coming up with some executes?
No, well, so what I was going to say is, would you be practicing at all? What's the point?
Well, I suppose that it depends on what you think Source 2 is going to be, Harry.
Yeah, what do you think, Harry?
I think it's going to be kind of... Okay, so imagine like Source 1.
So like it is right now.
Like it is right now, but like just a little different. Like
how
like
detailed.
it's gonna feel maybe better.
Maybe better.
Ooh.
Okay, that's interesting. I would imagine in the beginning, probably not maybe better.
It's probably gonna feel a little rough around the edge.
But I would imagine eventually it would feel maybe better.
That's the way I look at it, because I think, what did CSGO feel like in 2013?
Rubbish.
It felt like shit, guys.
Well,
it
yellow
felt
card.
so bad.
Get it.
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Wait, an S word and an F word both gets a yellow card.
Yeah, I'm enforcing the swearing rule. I've got a call. Ralph was on the phone to me. He said, listen, Chad, you need to stay on top of these whippersnappers. They're all using profanity too much, and we will not have any more of it
If
here.
he did actually say that, I will stop swearing.
he didn't
but
say
that's
that
like
at
my
all.
second swear word of the whole show.
That's
No,
it. You go rally off the worst 6 you know right now.
I'm not going to do that,
No,
Harry.
we didn't receive any complaints yet. No noise complaints yet.
But Counter-Strike felt bad, and then they fixed it, and now it feels really, really good.
Counter-Strike
So,
is the best it's ever been right now.
Agree, but it could be better.
That is straight facts, no printer.
No cap on, no stack.
And Nekis is about to either get 3 or die here.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, Brollan was very patient on that fight, so that's a big one to scoop up. Sandbag molly in play, traded now by Alexi, and pressure on A.
A big flank. But NiP are waiting for it. How long will they wait? Just long enough, it seems like. Nice kill, and now they can fake going back. They can even go back. It's a long road to that B bomb site, but NiP will start to walk the path, but it's only a fake out, as said. And I love that Brollan went the whole way, and now he cut noise. So he is actually going to lurk into B. NiP aren't even going to go yet. They can just wait for Brollan. They might even group up with him. He could just walk through CT.
Well, this is it. You've got a seesaw like this, right? This is classic Vertigo right now. So allow them to take contact. You can still pull the plug on this. Ooh, you don't have to commit. Bomb spotted now, and Zevy even gets a kill. Make it 2.
Big Zevy rising to the occasion.
Why'd they do this? The flank for Brollan.
Yeah,
what, boys?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Why? I was giving you props.
At least let him get contact, right?
It's pointless. If you're going to seesaw, you may as well allow him to have a look before you commit to this A play. They've just fumbled the round. That is rubbish.
Dude, the old NiP problem, you know, that was meant to be something that they'd like kind of gotten over, like, you know, our T sides are building back up, and
I don't understand.
Alexi B haters right now are smiling.
Why do you send a feeler out into the world if you're not going to feel anything?
That's true.
You know, we saw him walk upstairs, right? And he was into.
He got in.
So where else could they be?
Unless he believed he had one there and they were 3 on 1A, because he did get smoked, but someone smoked and then just left.
Possible, yeah.
You never saw them.
Either way, it didn't look good,
no,
did it?
It did not look good. 4v2. paiN pick it up somehow. And NiP, ooh. They get chewed up and spat out in this round. Brollan does what he can.
I had a thought, by the way, gentlemen. Tell me
Okay.
what you think about this. Do you think NiP versus Na'Vi will be a titillating affair because you've got MPL, aka Nipple, and NiP, aka Nip?
Well, we don't call him Nipple anymore, right?
But it is technically Nipple.
I love that, but sadly we can't call him that. I mean, we can, you know, we're
Yeah,
the ones with
we
the mics.
can.
We can,
But-
even if we're not meant to.
But like, I could call any of these guys whatever I want.
Yeah, we call
That's
config
true.
Harry for a whole map.
Yeah, and Head Trick can be
Yeah.
J-Raz, maybe?
Yeah.
That works. But JRAS is not an AWPer.
Well, like, I used to
But
call...
we do need an AWPer.
if you're familiar with Sapek, right?
Ooh,
I used to call him Cringe
the
Lord.
Swede,
Yeah,
the
Cringe
Swede.
Lord.
So
yeah.
every time I cast him, I would call him Cringe Lord instead of Sapek.
But it was
Did
like
he
in a good
okay
way.
this?
No.
No.
Oh.
No, it
He
just kind of
did it,
happened. But
yeah.
I think he warmed to it.
Okay, so he
Well, I
embraced
never
being the Cringe Lord.
interacted with him. So it's like been bestowed on him without his knowledge.
I have a question to do with knowledge, Harry.
Okay.
Can you tell everybody how far you sit from your monitor screen when you're playing at home?
Good question.
Yeah. I don't know if I can put like an exact number on it.
Well, we
but
can.
Chad,
We can get a tape
I'll
measure.
demonstrate. It's about this far. How big's that?
That's close.
This is a fun test you're doing here, Harry.
How big is that?
I don't know. That's
You should know that size quite well, right? It's not that
About
big.
5.5 inches.
Yeah.
about
5.5
that.
to 6 inches,
You
that is
guessed it
right
on the
there.
money, I think, Harry.
but if anybody in the green room is listening, we can get a tape measure to measure it technically.
Henry's already done that, you know, with Dinko, with his monitor distance.
Okay.
Remember that cold open?
Yeah, well, we need to see how... Well, no, that was the table height. Look, let's see if there's a better gun round from NiP. If not, this could be a 3-mapper. Well, they're ahead of this, so this sandbag molly means nothing, right? You can't use it as you traditionally would. They're exchanging mollies as well here. Peppered up because they're attacked down to 60.
Let it go.
They know there is a lot of fight. You wouldn't be spamming like that unless you had a lot of bodies there, right? Just in case they did push.
Yeah, but paiN looked fine on these A sides. Even in pistol, they weren't playing headshot, avoiding that double nade, setting up for a retake, or not even a retake of the round before the plant even came in. They have so much more util for this post plant. Config making moves. Someone's got to swing eventually. We've got a one-way being set up as well. This is going to buy even more time. NiP, they can't wait forever. They've thrown their smokes. They've got to make it work.
Yeah, Rez will spam out one. Gonna try and move in and plant, but that
The
molly
smokes are gonna
disrupts
fade.
them.
He
Smokes
has
are
to
gonna start
plant.
fading. Yeah, you gotta
They're
get on
screwed.
this.
He-
Config.
Oh!
Looking for a place to hide. Looking for a place to call
Another!
home. There's another molly running in. It's too hot for Config. He's gonna jump out of there. A man up still for NiP.
He has to die for the
Smokes,
plant.
yeah. He's got it. Oh, they're coming to
my.
him. They're coming to him. They've gone right by him like ships in the night. And now Zevy and Skulls fighting tooth and nail to keep control of this bomb. This one's on a knife's edge. Reload for Skulls and NiP moving in for the kill. Rez with one hell of a round for the NiP squad.
Take it away, Chad.
Jakey, how much do you like Vertigo?
It's one of my favorite maps.
Yeah, and there's that's called sarcasm.
Yeah.
Everybody playing at home.
familiar.
So I think that whole round right there, my favorite part of it, when they realized both were reloading and all three of them just swung, right? Because both of them had to reload
10
towards
seconds as well.
Yeah, so it was such an awkward scenario here. I think
feel like that would have gone better if paiN didn't swing off the lack
yes,
of plant.
if they waited, they
had
would have
way
been more
better
beneficial.
positions, but they like flashed through and they just all got melted.
They gave them the fights when they had already done enough with the util.
Yeah.
Their economy of util was fantastic there, so doubting their nades.
That is a very, as we've all been in those rounds, like communication-wise, that's a very stressful round where everyone's talking over each other, you can imagine.
Yeah, that's true.
So just someone makes a call, you've got to commit. Even if it's not the right one.
This is a nice little search here. They know they need something back. The hard left corner clear. It's not always easy to break. Brollan's found another. I think we still got Jakey open.
Can he cast and observe?
I don't know, maybe.
Is this possible, Jakey? Can
I
you
could,
do it?
but there's nothing left to observe.
Oh,
really,
you
so.
can do it all. Do it all.
That was a nice molly.
Yeah.
I like that
Oh,
a lot. That was
You've not
nice.
seen that before?
Where's this?
No,
It's a con molly.
that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice, yeah. Seen
There
people
he
miss
is.
it. Hello, Jakey.
Give us a wave.
Oh, Jakey, you
He's
look
got
very
that. We
handsome.
flashbanged him.
Oh,
So, Jakey, you're here when Rush isn't. Does it feel nice to be here in person?
yeah, it's all right. You know, get treated reasonably nicely.
Reasonably nicely.
Reasonably nicely.
Have you
That's
been?
such a good endorsement.
You've been doing remote, right? Anyway, so
Yeah.
you're doing.
How
the
do you
whole
get treated at home?
Very nicely. I get dinner brought to me.
Very
Better than
nicely.
Mum's
more than
cooking,
reasonably.
Straight to the bedroom.
So we need
like
to bring you dinner
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
straight to the casting the observing desk.
Pretty much.
And
Yeah.
then that'll up the
Okay, because all right, fair enough. We'll see what we can do.
Oh,
That was
that was a molly.
that one wasn't as cool.
He's mollying his flank just in
as cool
case
as the other molly.
they run boost around the map. Have you seen that new run boost? Smiley's pulled it out on Twitter.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost impossible.
But you need a second head,
yeah,
right?
You need to. It's like 4 people.
Yeah.
I saw one. What did I see the other day? I saw something crazy.
Have you seen the one in like T-spawn that like lets you go to like behind a ramp?
Yeah, you can do that. It's the same
It's
kind
the
of
same
idea.
thing. It's like it involves
The
doing like
four-man, two run
the way you
boosts.
like run boost onto someone else's head, and then that sends you like flying into
Okay.
the air.
So that's kind of like what we had with super boosting in Source, but that's a run
Does
boosting
this full eco get weird in a 5v4?
No,
No, they swing, and
All right.
Hendrik won't die, and he'll hide, and then the rifle will kill them all.
Yeah, well
Beautiful.
done, Hugo.
Yeah, thank you.
You get a gold star for that
Thanks. And I want to give props to my fans and Jakey, who caught all the kills.
one. Yo, well, it's not easy being an observer.
I can attest to that.
Very frustrating at times, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because you want to bring everybody the action. Yeah, you want to make sure that you're showing all the highlights, everybody what they want to see.
I've never liked I
You've
never
really
liked
can't do
Jakey?
it. I don't like observing.
Oh,
No, I like observers because it's an art, you
Okay.
know?
It is not. Yeah.
I don't know. I find it really hard, even back, when you first get started in casting, it's very common that you have to observe while you
cast,
cast.
yeah.
and work for exposure.
That's why I worked with Hugo, because I used to just feed him the line, my internet isn't very good, you need to stream.
That's true.
And then he would do the observing, and then
Oh.
I would just get to rock up and
So that was a
cast.
line, was it?
Yeah, of course it was. Mate, I had
So your
great
entire
internet.
relationship is
Because I
built
had
on
really
lies.
bad internet.
I had,
No way!
had
I believed you
I had
for
I had
years.
120 down, 50 up.
I know this. I went to your house. Why did I know? Oh my god, you actually got me with that. He got me
Yeah.
for years. I was observing casting.
For years. And Hugo,
But I
it's
always
'cause you're
enjoyed
good at
doing that.
observing.
I did
You're
enjoy
actually
doing
good
that.
at it.
I liked observing and casting. I wouldn't want to do it now, but I'm glad I did.
like that experiment where they
Interesting.
tried seeing if like over enough time, I can't remember what type of monkey it was, but like seeing if they could type out William Shakespeare. That's what I am with observing. I just hit the random
How many
buttons.
did you get?
And sometimes I'll capture a kill, but more often than not, I won't. Or I'll sit on a guy who's been dead for 30 seconds while I'm casting off the minimap.
My biggest thing is, and Rush always tells you to make sure you have a backup player, but I'll have a backup player. My problem is having the backup for the backup player.
Yes, you need a never-ending stream of backups.
So I think technically the second player you're going to is just the second player, and then the backup player is the third player, and then you probably need a backup for the backup.
Already too many numbers to remember.
And as we know, we can't count here. So stole out again by another B smoke. This is a very heavy mid and B presence round here.
But it's good for NiP because we're actually almost out of util and there's no kit. So if NiP do get a plant here, oh, they missed that nade. They're in a very good position. Mid aggression and trade 1-for-1, but NiP have the sight. That molly, see, that's why you don't see it every day. It goes flying over the top, too far gone. Zevy gonna flash them back in. They almost have nothing left. paiN are just fighting right now. You can barely blame them. Brollan's pushed up with more headshots, and Alexi B helps out. No spray needed. It's the Brollan show, 12 and 5.
Looking comfy.
I like the way that sounded as well. Like that bit of casting. More headshots. Like that was really. Can you deliver that again?
I don't remember what I
Could you
said.
just that one bit more headshots? But it was like the way.
No, good.
Yeah, it was
more headshots.
that sounds.
That was it?
Yeah, it's kind of like
I've
that.
already forgotten it.
Oh, I
But it
thought
was it was like really.
immersive.
Yeah, immersive.
Yeah,
for
maybe
me.
I should have just saved it for the moment and not repeated it.
Maybe used it in like a better moment.
Will someone clip that and send it to Hugo so he knows what he sounded like in that moment? I'm sure he'd really appreciate that.
Thank
Can we
you.
get that on the soundboard? Can that be our first
Well,
soundboard?
that could be one
Yeah,
of them.
that could be the first one.
Because you can
yeah.
use that a lot.
And then the second one it's got to be really good technically, right? It's just all the words we use for eco, but they cycle. So every eco round we press it, it's a different word.
Taking a save.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could do a lot with that.
Well, look, there's a timeout now. That's another one that would have to be on the soundboard.
there's a timeout now.
There's normally at least like 4 timeouts a game.
12-7.
Hello.
Yeah, well, so they did all their hard work in the first half, did the Rooster.
Yeah.
So it looks like they have probably played, I don't know, 1, maybe 2 gun rounds here in the second. So far, not looking fan-bloody-tabulous for them, but there's still an opportunity to turn it around. 7 rounds versus FaZe ain't bad. And about crack of the whip. Whip. Well, another paiN economical here. What? It is another paiN economical
No,
here.
it is. It is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right,
It's officially a paiN economical.
Can NiP hit the nades? Because so far I've seen a missed molly and a missed HE, and I think both from Rez.
It doesn't matter if you can or if you can't.
Don't tell this guy.
It only matters if you win the round, Hugo.
That's true. I mean,
Let's not go back there.
The ends do justify the means in this game, to a degree.
And you've been very mean to me today, Hugo.
Have I? I've made a couple of jokes.
I don't want to. I
don't
don't want to say what you said earlier in the green room because
What did
I
I
don't
say
think we
earlier?
should ever. But like, I don't blame Chad for being.
Okay,
This
this
upset
is a
you.
bit. This is a bit.
Brollan with another.
headshots.
All the headshots.
There was no. It was all body shots.
All the body
Chad,
shots.
not to get too therapeutic. I hope you don't, feel bad
Well, you
about
think
what I've
he
said.
thinks I'm being serious?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
because I haven't given Chad enough Riz, but I've given him some Raz today.
I like the Raz. I don't want to be
There's been
Riz.
some Raz.
I don't want to be Riz.
No, that's fine. I save my Riz for Harry.
But Brollan did less rizzing in the last map and is doing a lot more rizzing in this map.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's rizzed up for good.
Yeah.
He all about them headshots.
It's a very Broadway.
Broadway. Yeah.
Well,
Broadway
you know?
to hell.
No, like, I feel like Hugo's doing that with some jazz hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Broadway jazz hands synonymous, right? You can't go to a show on Broadway without seeing the jazz hands.
Oh, look, I like a good musical. We could maybe
True.
do a Mary Poppins. We could do a Spoonful of Sugar, right? We could do that as a musical number.
Yeah.
Or we could do Step in Time, or is it Step in Line?
What's the one? It's not The Hills Have Eyes, but there's another one about hills not having
Silence
eyes.
of the Lambs.
No, it's not Silence of the Lambs. It's something to do with hills in a musical.
I don't know this.
I know what you're talking about. They landed the nades, Hugo.
Nades go in.
No one there, though.
Skulls playing ahead of this smoke.
Skulls has eyes.
These skulls have
Oh.
eyes. And, well, there's Brollan spamming him out, who's having one hell of a game.
He
Config,
is.
meanwhile, 0-7.
Doesn't matter.
But it doesn't
Leave him
matter when
alone.
Brollan's playing like this.
True. 5v3.
Yeah, it's quite a stark contrast, right? Brollan actually did struggle a little bit being that yard defender on Nuke in the previous map. If he's just going to rock up a maul right now, like 17 kills in 10 rounds of play is huge, is massive. And, well,
This is the Seesaw done a little better, but it's still losable with Brollan low. Headtrick's now on a rifle. Config hasn't fragged. Everyone else needs to step up. They've not had to be in this position before. This boost is really nice for a kill, but that metal, it soaks the shots. Bigazera fighting by the side of Nekiz will drop the bomb. There's 10 seconds. There are 10 seconds. They need the kill. Forget the plant. You've got to frag out here. Oh, so close. But Headtrick saves the day. And NiP just about convert a 5v3.
The Sound of Music was the one.
That's the one.
Sound of Music. That's what I was thinking
I just
of.
brought it up. We got Singing in the Rain, The Sound of Music, West Side Story,
Thank
Grief.
you
Where are the
for
hills?
everyone who pointed out the
Where are the
correct
hills
answer to me.
in the Sound of Oh.
Well, they're in the hilly countryside.
Yeah, they're in,
Oh,
they're in like
okay,
a
yeah,
hilly
yeah,
country.
And she's in,
No, I've
she's in
seen
the
it.
paddock.
And she does like one where she's up on the hills I'm referencing.
Do those hills have eyes, or are they eyeless hills?
The hills could possibly have eyes.
Oh,
you know, I
Rez.
think.
Try number 2. He's missed it. No, he hit it.
No, he's
He hit
nailed it.
That's
Lovely.
an interesting that they're mulling
Different, it's
mid-stairs,
deeper.
right?
Yeah, I like that. It's
So-
off the pillar, not off the root, like the cement.
But it's curious. I guess it forces you into the stair position. It doesn't flush you out for a fight. It just commits you to that part of the map.
Yeah, I wonder what the timing... I feel like if you're pushing, if you are committing, you're definitely going to hit, and he'll hear it. So it'll probably stop you from taking stairs.
Yeah. I was also going to talk about the timing before because Config on some of these rounds, he's been the guy throwing the gap smoke for A, but then he goes and defaults top mid, which I think there is a timing on a gap where if they
Definitely
just...
go ladder.
Exactly, right? So, these are the things that you have to keep your eyes on.
Ooh.
But what do you guys think about this? Like when we get to the playoffs, maybe I look at all of the stats and we go like the top 3 players on certain maps, on certain sides. I go and I just make some, oh, that's a nice shot. I make some videos of like what different moves they have in a half. Because I went and just watched 15 rounds of Rops being an apps player the other day on Inferno. And I looked at the moves that he replicates a couple times. What are you laughing at, Harry?
Robson apps.
Oh, no. Someone just said, The Hills Have Eyes, the musical, and that killed me. Like, it just,
That would be quite a scary musical.
It really caught. I was trying to listen to what you were saying.
I'm going to interrupt. I like that idea, Chad, because I think I looked at your Google document the other night with all the smoke lineups, and actually Mytha has one, Apex,
Yes.
Mytha, and he has like a bunch of lineups in some documents, and it would be cool if you had more, but with some POVs, with some play, some self-flash play, some one-way smokes that people are using. So yeah, best players in certain positions on certain maps. I think that'd be great to build up a little grouping of information there.
Yeah, because
we could steal it.
I was looking as well, and I was using different programs to like look at the pathing. And if you look at the pathing of these players who play these positions on the siege, especially anchor roles, they only have, I would say, there's a variation of probably like 10 different ways they can approach openings to rounds, but they have like 3 to 4 go-tos, which is how they open up almost every round with it. I throw a different conditioning HE, I throw a different stall out molly, right? I use my spoke in a different way. But a lot of the time, and I think ROPS, and this might blow some people away, is like one of the most aggressive apps anchors. You consider, I would say, like JKS, Shush, and ROPS at the moment, probably top
on his own?
Well, top 3 teams.
Like,
you mean playing the position on their
yeah,
own?
wait, are we talking CT? Or
CT side, CT side.
Yeah. So when, like specifically aggressive when he's on his own, not with double setup?
Well, no, he'll get these boosts. Like he has a boiler one-way boost. They have the crisscross mid HEs that both go down towards the chicken pit. He has like a flash push setup where Twist flash for him. He likes more forward plays like this. Nekez will find Brollan. So yeah, aggressive moves like that.
This is scary right now. Brollan's dead as well from that A push, so paiN are in a great position. There is still going to be a trade. That repeat from Zevy, not ideal. 4v3, and still with double B. paiN are in the power position right now. Boot on the neck of NiP. And they've got to reroute back to ramp.
All right, this jump spot position can get thwarted by a keen, eagle-eyed AWP.
Oh, yeah?
Does Hedrick have the eagle eye?
I think he's already been spotted.
Yeah, he got spotted.
So that right there is...
That would have been a sick setup, though. Imagine if then the fight had happened and I just said all that, we would have been like, wow, he foreshadowed it. But instead, now...
they're screwed.
They've got the info. They've got 30 seconds to try and make an A play happen. There's a man at the sandbags that they don't know about.
Wait, they shouldn't save.
They ain't gonna know about. They're moving out through short. They've got basically max money, Chad, so I would disagree with you on this one. His neck is in at the sandbags, and there's Big Azera to lock it all in.
Now, I will say that they probably shouldn't have saved after I said they should have saved thanks to the money factor, but they should have played the round for damage as opposed to playing the round to try and win. Because they were never going to win that scenario, especially with that sandbag smoke that comes in. But if they took away 2 to 3 kills there, then maybe you can have a conversation, right, that they would have hurt the economy. Sure, they can buy. Sure, they can get another gun right out here, but they didn't get the most out of this round, right? But definitely, I rescind my statement. I apologize to everybody at home who I may have offended. They definitely should not have saved.
I mean, there was no bomb out. They barely made it. You know, they didn't win a fight. So ultimately, whatever the intention was for NiP, it all went out the window.
Well, let's see what new door opens from that window being shut right now with a timeout and a conversation to be had. How's the internet looking today, Harry? Is there you finding that there's some degenerates out there that you're enjoying the likes of?
I'll have a look at our hashtag, which
that is the hashtag ESL Pro League.
There you go.
Hashtag ESL, capital P, R-O, capital L, League. Pro League.
Nah, there's nothing today.
Okay.
No one's tweeting us, no one's talking to us, but that's fine. I get it. You know, you just don't know us like that. I wouldn't blame you.
Oh,
dead down towards the bottom of ramp. There's Rez with an opener.
Shocked he saw him there.
And Brollan's moving in quickly. He knows he's got a forward timing. And so they will trade their way to success on the A play. There's Config putting up numbers. Really trying to drive this one home. This should be 8 for NiP. Skulls dead on the swing. Config goes big mode.
I think that's one of the keys with NiP and some of the tenacity between some of their rifles. If they do get the gap, they'll take it. That's something that Brollan used to do even when he was back on the old Fnatic with the likes of Flusher. Like he would know good gaps to take and timings and fights that he can punish. So that was really well done right there. Here's the boost.
See this. Oh, he barely saw anything.
What did he capture there?
Second he gets it, as you said, Brollan starts sprinting. And Big Azera, even on Nuke, I feel like there's so many positions where he gets away with 2 kills, where he should only have 1. He doubled up on default there. Nice try, but that's all it will be. And from Eagle Eye to Seagull Eye, Big Azera gets his chips eaten. Nekez will respond under the smoke, but this orb is still waiting on Hedrick. We have not really had to see it too much in this map.
I think 8 rounds on the T side of Vertigo already. I think paiN are in a lot of trouble here.
Oh dear. Blinded by the light.
There's 2 on B. If they try and go for the mid to B here, Config will be going into the more heavily fortified site. Rez needs to be very careful here. You know, not want to be falling off the map.
Config's got so much room though.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with that room? Unless they come all the way, he's going to get caught off guard. Zevy looks more ready.
Yeah, he feels...
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Check this out. There's no way Config loses this.
Okay,
That's free.
It's a very tight angle he's able to hold there as well.
But it's a nice angle. Like it's so easy for him to know where the head's going to be at coming around.
But he's so exposed to a mid flank.
That's what I was thinking.
But
like,
you don't care about that.
I was scared he was going to move because he knows that they're going to come behind him.
Yeah, you don't care about. Yeah, actually, you're right.
Harry just looks forward. Harry looks where the enemies are, not where they're not.
It doesn't
not where
matter if they're
be.
behind me. It's just as long as I can shoot someone in front of me.
Right now, that's what NiP have got to do in the post plant. 2v2, paiN coming in, all util busted, easy one and done spot for Rez, and Hedrick's put him in the clutch, he can't close. That re-swing there, awkward, and it sets up paiN for another round. Skulls gets it over the line.
Yeah, man, that's the transition from Eagle Eye on the swing to Steven Seagull Eye on the swing, right?
Seagal.
Like, that's a rough one for Hedrick. He didn't even need to go back in for a second go at it, if we're being honest.
I think someone accidentally put in a Gev as well just here in the T-spawn for NiP.
Accidentally.
Well, there was a very large machine gun that I just saw.
I want to see some
hear the
suppressive
usage
fire.
case. You want to hear the usage case for the negative on this map. No, genuinely.
Go on.
Take it up ladder room. Molly, the short position, maybe even double molly if you want to be thorough. And then spam with that negative.
Does it go through?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Well, we can test it.
We will test it. I can assure you of that. Brollan, he's testing this T side right now. He's again got an entry up short. 2 KD at the end of the half. He will die. They're going to exec into the B side. Skulls hitting heads, but not getting them dead. And NiP are in no rush. They've got so much room.
And so much utility.
And
this
so
is the
time.
round. Yeah, if they just regroup and execute A, it feels like this should be their round every day of the week. Nekkers is the only player at the A site right now. He's very low on HP. Zevy and Hardzao are still investigating towards mid and B. It's hard for them to play together. They don't have a lot of information. Whoever gets first contact, and it looks like it's going to be Nekkers, has to... Oh, support's cheating over here. Cancel that. Zevy's coming. If Zevy can be good bait, Nekkers can at least try and get one here.
Oh, this spot is terrifying if they come up short, but they make a perfect move into his crosshair. He sees them, he has to take the kill, but he doesn't have the health to long it out, leaving Hardzao in an almost unwinnable 1v3. No kit, no nades, one on the ground, but the util is already deciding
that
this.
Sucks, doesn't it?
And NiP onto 9 on the half, it seems.
They could re-smoke and re-molly if they really wanted here.
Dirty.
Oh, and if he slow peeks this.
Yeah, that's
oh,
a
well, there's
re-molly.
that re-molly, as promised. But don't worry, that smoke will have faded by now, so as long as they don't put another one in this choke point, he will have a chance to fight. But dead, traded. It's one hell of a half put up by the NiP boys again. 9-6 once more. paiN now have a pretty tall order ahead of them, trying to pull a comeback on the T half. Let's find out if they can in just a moment, shall we?
They hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got a soul view to myself. Yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation. Now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water all bad like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself. I had to prove to everybody else. I had to set them straight. Yeah, I had to boss. I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight.
My God, he's a fly! Whoa! The best in the game! And we're back. Couple of gunslinging cowboys.
Yeah!
I like the intro music's been changing a little for
been
this
fresh
one.
tracks.
And this has been fresh. This has felt fresh. It's felt good, and it's probably felt good as well if you're an NiP fan right now who, once again, they're set up in the lead at 9-6 on the half.
Damn right.
They're feeling good on this second map of Vertigo with the chance to 2-0.
Even if there's been ugly rounds in this game, and there certainly were on Nuke, and it started a bit scary here on Vertigo, you know, 2-0 for NiP, that's business. That's a day in the office, though, they can be happy with, and it sets a precedent to push paiN down into that mid-bracket very early on.
paiN are in trouble here. They're going to have to accelerate. Brollan to hold on his own. 20 kills to the name. How many more can he get?
Oh, the Dolberetters rip-roaring, ready to go, but just the one of Neckers on the wraparound goes 1-for-1 himself. And now Alexi's locked in a long-range fight inside the site. Bomb tumbles away, out into the crosshair, but they run him down and they find him, and now they've got a route in towards B. paiN start to move quickly here, but they leave one man behind in the Shadow Realm. They're ready to try and cut down these rotations. Big Azera, here's the movement. Alexi does make it by him and is trying to call their bluff on this. Alexi got the read, but now he's got to hit the shot right there in his face. Big Azera served up on a platter, and now it's Alexi in the 1v1.
No kit. He's going to have to get a move on here. Cannot play this one too slow, and he's worried about Skulls being up close and personal here. He might have overcooked the pooch here, Hugo.
Yeah, don't want to do that. But Skulls, he's got the dog in him. That bomb's not great for him, right? Like, Alexi can get an angle. Skulls has to uncrouch. He's been seen. Alexi running him down. He's got no time to do this, though. And Skulls has bought just enough to win this pistol round. Nice try for Alexi, but it was not meant to be. The fact that he even clears Big Azera was surprising.
Yeah, that one right there, as soon as they identify Alexi on the flank and they both know to rotate towards B, it should have been their round, right? The fact that he even gets that one kill made it interesting. But this is where it kind of all went wrong. You can see here Rez fighting behind that molly to deal with headshot. They get the kill on a head trick who maybe oversteps the mark. I guess he wanted to try and trade, right? He wasn't, but it leaves Alexi in a really difficult position. So that will be pistol round going in favor of paiN. Both pistol rounds in this map going in favor of paiN.
They're still down, but they can level it out right now at 9-9 if they manage to convert the anti-force for NiP. And there's no guarantee where we are. That's the molly we're talking about, chat. That's exactly the molly I wanted to see. But it doesn't matter to Brollan. He just walks right through.
He's been great at this part of the map, hasn't he, Brollan?
I mean, what changed between the two maps? Because he was the weakest player of Nuke and it wasn't close.
Well, I think if you just consider the position that he's playing here on the T and the CT side, it doesn't have as many variables to worry about as a Nuke yard.
Aim forward.
Yeah, it's a bit more linear in that approach here. Now, Rez and Headtrick are very low. Big Azera, he's not happy with his HP either. This one can still fall apart for paiN, but it's looking good to close shop on round 17. Now, the molly on head trick, it's not going to cause too many issues with 3 smokes left over either, I wouldn't imagine.
What wall do they go for? Default, or do they want to just smoke out the alley and try and take
I think
some
because
control.
it's pistols, you might be worried about them pushing through. If you could... Oh, they're still in left and right. I think, yeah, the elevator may have given them some more room to work with. This could still get grimy.
They should smoke the molly though, right? Just get that plant.
I would hope so.
Here it comes. And they're gonna push. They're gonna push right with it. This could actually go well for NiP if they can hit some shots. Out they go. Free kill, but he can't get it. That's me with a 5-7 right there every damn day. It's head trick.
Well handled there from Skulls. Now, guys, we've been in the lab. Now, if I could just chat version of production. Can we bring up Hugo B. Byron's screen here? We've been in the lab and we've been investigating the idea of using the Negev here. So we're looking at the concept of spamming through the wall from the ladder room on the T side to do some damage to the CTs. And our lovely CT today, our test dummy, is going to be one Harry Russell, and our one driver is going to be one Hugo B. Byron. We need to change. Can we change to the other screen, if we could, please? There it is.
Hello.
So
here's the lineup in general. You can do this with an AK, middle of the door, and then you aim at this cross here is generally where you want to aim. If I do this right, it's going to be hitting Harry on his screen here. Now, you can spam a couple of spots. You can do all of this. You can't go any further left, but you can go right, and it's going to get damage. Very low damage. We found about 7 damage with this gun for a headshot onto old Casta over there.
Yeah. But where it's useful is if you couple this with a molly slash nades, right?
Yeah.
The mollies that were just thrown out to take that ramp control, you actually slow down the CT here and have them roast that much longer. So there we go. We tried to come up with a usage case for the Negev in particular.
I don't think we'll be seeing it.
Any gun will work.
We tried to push it to Frozen on the cast the other day, and he had like an epiphany where he wouldn't tell us what it was, but he said, "Oh, you'll see me using the Negev in pro play." That's what he said.
Or he was trolling the two of you.
No, he seemed genuine.
He seemed like he'd never thought about it before.
Guy.
Yeah, he seemed
a real human.
I feel like the only reason I am so sure that this can work is that it's so cheap, Chad. It's like free.
we do like cheap things around here.
Cheap as chips.
Well, this is a eco round that might unravel here for paiN. They have lost Zevy early. They still have plenty of time. They have the superior firepower here. But in these situations, when you lose a player, you're a little bit more skittish, right? You're not so confident in pushing into the angles in case you give up another kill. When this flank from Alexi is saying an awful lot. Problems now for paiN.
This double boost is weird as well.
Oh!
Eagle-eyed indeed for head trick. Which bird will he be today? The pistols are coming through with all the kills. That boost worked wonders. Alexi's flank is well timed as well. And NiP might have just done it on a full eco. Nekiz is just getting hounded down. Ruff. It's an eco win for NiP.
That one is going to hurt. That one is going to hurt a lot, right? You consider the level of investment into a round like this. There is no way NiP should be walking away with that one here. So very well put together. Great pressure across the map and really tripping over their own shoelaces here, paiN. So that was their chance to really get back into this matchup, but not anymore.
Everything was a trick, right? They had a boost up. They had another boost up. Okay, that shot was
by head trick, so technically still a trick.
Yeah, sure. And then a flank as well. I mean, they had everything. Through smokes. It just gets worse every kill for paiN.
Yeah, like that. And you could just feel it. You could understand that pressure that was applied. Like, dying to a boost on a ramp always feels like a cheap death. It's like, man, like, did they really pull that one out now? Now this cobbled together per chase. Less than ideal.
Not what you would have wanted.
Yeah, we got these hero AKs to kind of add a bit of spice to our life. Like in Dune, head trick.
Or the potatoes.
Or the potatoes. They were delicious today. Alexi creeping around the top of ramp. There's his smoke down, but he's going to have a little angle underneath it, catch the tippy toes of anyone moving up. They hold for the one-way angle, and Zevy will provide the opener. There is a man out towards short as well, and Alexi can't hang around forever. Going to get himself tucked in back behind the sandbags, but his teammate who died here...
There's no molly for the sandbag, so at least he has that.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, that's to cross the sandbag.
Okay, it's one way to clear it. Manual mode, and there you go. Alexi B not cleared, though. He almost found 2. 1 is the difference onto Skulls. Brollan regresses on short. He's very comfortable here. That turn was too late, and Brollan will punish you for it. The flank comes into play, and Skulls has a Glock.
Now an AK, but 1 HP.
He could go B.
Oh, from down down. Rez slams him with the nade.
Damn.
Wow, that was a force buy right there. So now this is an opportunity for NiP to really start shutting shop. Remember, if this is a 2-0, we will have our second series of the day on the main stream, kicking off at 7:30. There will be a bunch of hopefully entertaining content in the meantime. We'll be getting some interviews with the players if they'll oblige us with their time on the couch, and the crew that can bring you all of that fun stuff. But it is currently just a 3-round lead. Likely to become 4, as you can see this investment here. Just a Deagle, a P250, and 3 Glocks. So this one here is just going to be take your time, chill on out. It's just the opening game of Group C. Pro League flying by, already in our 3rd week of 5.
Wow.
It's because we start midweek as well. You know, you come in on a Wednesday, Monday and Tuesday. We did media yesterday.
Yeah.
Monday's just everybody chilling out for 24 hours.
Honest question, Chad. Do days of the week mean anything to you anymore? For a long time, I've discarded those.
Yeah, I think the thing is, if you do, and this is where our lifestyle differs from many others, right? We don't work a Monday to a Friday and then live for the weekend type thing. But we definitely do try and enjoy our days off. I'll make that very clear.
Bit of gaming.
Yeah, which is probably not the way everyone uses their days off. But
Oh, clean.
good stuff from Alexi. Another good game from Alexi.
Yes,
2 back-to-back
true.
good maps from Alexi B here. I think he's going to have to be a fragging game leader in this iteration of the team.
That's shocking that, I mean, I agree, but it's shocking you have to say that when you look at the pieces on this team, like the firepower, the core of Brollan Rez config, like that should just be a firepower squad. But Harry mentioned even on the desk this morning, the inconsistencies of a couple of these players, the downward trends perhaps in recent years, and with a very heavy micromanaging in-game leader like Alexi, you need him to get the best out of his stars in this whole tournament, in this whole roster.
I've just had my socks blown off here a little bit. I just want to have a look. Apparently, according to HLTV, and I have to say apparently because I've been let down by them in recent times. The Insani Breno bug that is in their scoreboard.
Yeah.
It sometimes represents multi-kills incorrectly. But right now, and opening kills, but for Brollan, he is 8-1 in opening duels.
I believe that, honestly.
And in the first 3 rounds consecutively in this second half, he had the opening kill in all 3 of them.
It adds up. Why not? He was just going up gap on T side and getting entries, just sat yellow. You know, those patient rounds where he would sit at the back of the Nafany and wait. Eventually, paiN would deliver. Now, Brollan, he does not wait.
His feed will get spotted here. Yeah.
He got out at the right time. Ooh, blocked by his orb. I mean, he ran into head trick. I can't blame the young guy.
They're going to get overrun here. You have to be very careful.
Yeah, I think he's realizing now, though,
Let's scout
that
ahead of
smoke
this.
will not stop them.
It's all too late. All a bit janky here.
Oh, God. Oh, they're doing a boost, Chad.
Okay.
Oh,
Might catch one.
crazy.
Yeah, their timing, their mental time is a little off in this one. Config does all he can. It's a
No
dink
way.
back the
Head
other
trig.
way, but Headtrig walking into the site, scoped up.
Config called the dink, but oof.
Rez could still win this. Rez could
Oh,
still win this with
trade.
Skulls. Last second trade.
He is the real deal, isn't he? Skulls has also had a great game.
Yeah, I think Skulls and Zevy, you were talking about it when we were starting the day. I think those two, they definitely have some legs to them. I want to see, because this is the thing, how long do we need to give these guys playing in Tier 1 Counter-Strike before we see how much they really have, right? So for these names, they've come and gone on our, at least, news feeds. We've seen them pop up at tournaments here or there, but in terms of being a mainstay, which is strange because paiN, other than, well, it's hard to talk about paiN. They seem to consistently make it to this level of event, right? But they're not a partner team. They're not a big Brazilian org like MIBR, but they're still a name that we see. Think about how often we see paiN. It's pretty frequent, right? Like, it's more than I think you'd expect. It's more than you see a Fluxo.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they are a good team, and they're in like this kind of spot where like guys who were new a couple of years ago are now kind of transitioning into like that period of becoming like veterans, right? So then that's why you kind of look at guys like Skulls and Zevy as so exciting because they're the ones that you maybe have like the least data on. I think even, you know, guys like Big Azera, who's been around for a while now, he's always one to put up numbers. You know, there are some consistent pieces in this team, but they're just kind of missing that little bit of flavor to like shove them over the edge so that they're a tried and tested squad at the upper echelons.
An unorthodox angle for Zevy, but he'll catch anyone
There's
going a
another
little too
flank.
wide.
Everyone's here. NiP have this completely red.
And it's boxed as well. It's not like Rez is actively flanking. It's being held.
Yeah, playing a contain. I like this from Rez.
Oh, but Zevy should have this clear, right? Oh dear.
Maybe
Will
not
that
now.
draw him back away, and the flank is left as well. Rez could
Got it.
activate at any moment. There's help from Bigazera on the site. 2 more players here for NiP.
They're out
Plus
of nades.
the man on short. They've just got to fight for survival, fight to survive, and the flank has started to creep in as well.
Yeah, this is weird. Hedrick still alive over at short. That's a big problem. They've got no way to get rid of him, no way to smoke him off.
no.
And Alexi's getting involved now as well. A lovely little 3-pronged attack from NiP, and they take full advantage of that lack of util. paiN had no way to stop those fights from coming down the pipeline.
But compare those 2 rounds back to back. One, NiP got caught by janky timings and that block that you highlighted there when they both couldn't get away from the ramp after the initial exchange went down, right? And then this time round, NiP knew the fight was coming. Everybody sat back. There was no weird timings, no crazy boosts being attempted, and they just sweep them under the rug here. So 14 all but secured here.
Is there a run boost?
Oh, there is.
Hello.
Good eyes.
Come on. I love that. Skulls!
That would have been huge. That would have been
a crazy
massive because
opener.
Nek has already had an opening kill.
Yeah.
They
That would have
didn't
been the
anyone
B-side
ready.
There's Zevy with just a Glock and 3 opponents to find. How much do we believe in him?
I feel
Not
like
that much.
there was a player who swung after, but I would almost have a player instantly ready.
Sure, to take the fight
You
first.
just guarantee that kill, even...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It was just a little
Right.
late.
I
Yes,
went
Harry
back
Russell.
and I found my notes from Katowice because that was where I noted some of this config decline thing that I'm talking about right now. How
Okay.
like the trend's been somewhat downwards over the last few years. So 2020 had a 1.13 rating with Cole. 2021 a 1.12 rating with Cole and Astralis. 2022 1.07 with Astralis, and then since beginning the stand-in era a 1.0 rating. So a gradual
significant,
over the last few years, like a kind of, and don't get me wrong. I think when you're playing as a stand-in like Config was in the beginning of this year, swapping around a hell of a lot. Now in this kind of, perma stand-in
He's always
spot.
been a streaky player though, right? Like the output for Config back when he was on North with Dignitas back with Magisk, right?
Yeah.
When it was Magisk Boy. The thing
Yeah.
with him was he was the type of guy that could go up to these like 17 kill spread in the first like 5 or 6 rounds of a game, and then he'd call, right?
Yeah, and then like somehow even out so that it looks normal on like the scoreboard.
Yeah,
right?
but his impact always, when I remember analyzing him back in the day, was his impact would always come early in games. Now, obviously, Counter-Strike, there's a whole lot more to it than there was back in those days. Well, hold up a second, we can return to this conversation.
Yeah.
Oh,
He switched! That was a kill there!
Oh dear.
That was a kill!
Those bloody high actuation keyboards. The little, we call that it's like a Wu-Ting switch, I think Jay likes to call it, Jay and Rushley.
I love their music.
The Wu-Ting clan.
Yeah. Dear oh dear. That was a nice play for NiP. Flash, jump up.
Yeah,
Just
quick change.
The execution.
Yeah, like the idea was great.
Yeah. But if they win the round, Chad.
Yeah, but real
all that
power
matters.
is having the ability to take a life and then not doing it, right? And that's what Rez shows us there.
You show us great restraint, Harry. on
Every
a
day.
daily basis.
Yeah, thank you, Harry. This is a
That's
fake.
right.
They're faking the A pressure with
Yeah.
the mid walk.
He's going to
Bye.
have one. That's a nice angle for him. Nekis walks right into the open middle. And Hedrick's ready for more posted. They look like they want to assemble the boost in mid as a means of maybe clearing this AWP out.
They're screwed. I don't want to be that guy, but this
All
round is
flick.
over.
Any flick? Any flick fans?
Any flickers?
Hit him with the flick. Oh.
Head flicks.
Oh, nice. But they failed the boost, so he won't do it.
The round's over, boys. This is 15 now.
You're kind of right.
Man,
I'm going to watch it out.
no, dude. Suspend the disbelief for a second, Chad. This is a fiction. Let's go.
Okay, now the round's over.
Now, maybe
Still a player at quad on B, and there's 21 seconds.
Here we are, the impossible round. They said it couldn't be done, and yet
Netflix.
paiN still try to find a way, but ultimately, the round was always done.
It's looked a lot better for NiP
This
here.
has looked way nicer.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of said, like, T-sides were where this team faces the bulk of their issues. They changed on the half, and they've been damn near flawless since. This has been a great CT side from them.
Where's our crew? Where's our... We're going to be throwing to an empty couch in a moment.
They're running over right now. That
They better be micing up. They better be running over.
Oh, there he is.
They got to get some
Henry
interviews
Greer.
here. Who's going to be getting...
Greer.
He's out to do the clowning again.
Greer here.
Who's going to be getting the interviews, Henry? Who's going to be
Just
getting the
Henry.
players?
Solo desk. Henry's doing the golf, of course.
He's got the mic. He's got a handheld.
Mouth open, lying on the ground. Some things never change.
Well, it looks like Nekkers is lining up the little cheeky molly through the floor here. There you go. It's going to burn and... Oh, Hetrick melting.
Oh,
He is
I like
dead.
that. Great
is
flash.
100-0 right there, and this is a chance for a round.
Oh, they're running rambunctiously up middle, and they're getting all the glory, aren't they?
You'll take that one.
Yeah, that flash timing was perfect. Hedrick did not know he was dying until he was dead.
Boys, any of you want to join the couch and talk to NiP after this? You got any questions for him? Or maybe we could give the questions now if Henry and Maui and Co are listening.
Yeah.
I would like them to broach the topic of if this now just feels like a whole new project. Like there's a whole new team now with this whole Hampus out config in situation.
What is the official wording on config? I know we keep using the term
Config is here
long-term.
indefinitely.
Okay. So he's signed.
Well, I would
as a
imagine
player.
that a lot of these teams are doing things with the major cycle in the peripheries,
Sure.
right? So see how it goes with the RMR, and if you qualify for the major, see how the major goes, and then after that, you see what happens. Are you happy with the results, or you're not happy with the results, right? Quite simple.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on the desk, but it seems like we have a whole entourage.
Who? Name them and shame them.
We got Lucy, we got Trace, we got Anders, we got Maui, we got Henry, we got
Where's
everyone. Anders on the left.
Oh, there he is. I
Anders
can see it.
there, yeah.
But who's getting the players?
Someone will do it.
Probably Ollie.
Ollie will do it. They're a bit scared out there. It's their first day. Give them time.
All right. Well, fair enough.
Ooh, Nekkers crouched in the smoke. He's going to hop up. Brollan, good timing. Brollan was not ready for that, but
And
he gets flashed in.
it's impressive that he was the one to win that fight. He kind of had everything going against him.
I like
It's another
there he-
Brollan opening kill.
Yeah, another
What are we at
added
now,
to the
Chad?
tally. That should be
We're
what, 9 and
10
2
to 2.
Yeah, 10 and 2.
10 and 2.
Oh, they just keep racking up.
Yeah.
No,
ka-ching.
it's 20 past 6, Hugo.
Oh, Skulls with a reply. Just like that, we're back into the 4-on-4. Molly at the sandbags. Things are heating up for Hedrick now. Up and over, looking for this kill with the AWP. Little flash to send him on his way.
You're not getting this peak, Zevy. Ain't no one coming for ramp. NiP going to give it right up, but they've only got one molly. Flank is so late, the hards out can't hang around, you would think.
Every time
molly.
a kill happens, get more nasally, Hugo.
Oh. Brollan tried to spam there. That was a foul boost scenario. They know there's two here. Config on the flank.
Oh, it's big.
Oh, there's one more out of Config. Backstabbing. Config with another. And now getting faced at the top of ramp. Config will get brought to his knees. There's the reply from Hards out. Just Hedrick left up in this one. 1v2.
He's got it.
Open his hand. Open their face. They're on the bomb. But he might stop this.
TikTok.
No time for the plant here. 10 seconds up and over. Looking for a way back in is Bigazera. He's been
got
able to
it.
retrieve that bomb. Hedrick now tasked with the retake, the 1v1.
One bullet.
One shot to make it count. One opportunity for Hedrick. He's
shadow.
seen the shadow. He
Up
should
top.
be aware. Look to the skies, but Bigazera holds on.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, well, another round here of survival. 3 players over towards his A side of the map, but a nice close from Bigazera. Even gets the AWP to carry on through. A bit frustrating for the young gun of Hedrick. They are just that one round away. So, NiP, as you can see here, are going to be sitting pretty as far as the buy department goes. 3K high end on Hedrick, 1.9 for Alexi B. On the other side of things, with the timeout being called, paiN will have a conversation, but they've already lost to an eco round, almost a full eco round this game already here. So you will be quite worried if you are the Brazilians going into this one regardless.
Pretty cool.
Does it end next round?
I think so. It's been a good CT side, man. They've had a lot of moves. They've been impressive. Okay, yeah, sorry, NiP chase there and like what, 3-on-2 and they lose, but the chase, I don't think there was anything wrong with it because that's how they've been winning all these A rounds, which is just assaulting paiN.
It's been a
in
swarm,
pre-plants.
yeah.
We've never had bomb plants. paiN have had one bomb plant. It was second round of the half, you know. So and
That's a good
that round
point.
obviously, NiP have been swarming them. So I'm not against that attempt. That's a good sell, but they'll jump up.
Yeah, config dead, and the B side doesn't quite belong to paiN. I thought it was about to.
Whoa.
It's head trick with the USP.
It's fine.
But he's a dead man walking.
You're not going to get anything out of this round, are you? You'd love an exit, you'd love an upgrade. I don't think you're going to get either here. They shouldn't offer up too much more. And the thing is, paiN know they have to be buying every round, so they're not going to be too scared either, right? This is the type of scenario they know it was a pretty much free round. 2 deaths, sure, doesn't matter. It really doesn't change anything. And there it is.
How did Brollan get 2 with the USP and a fully?
One of them was already dinked.
One of them was already dinked.
So that's how he got
but
one.
Then the other one
was pretty
nice.
Yeah.
Right?
So one was nice and one was a mop-up.
So he hit 30 kills in that round then. Not bad for Brollan.
Nice.
That is a damn good affair.
Still averaging over 100 and, what is that, 18 ADR?
119 by the end of the round. Crikey.
Not too shabby whatsoever. Oh, both teams have exhausted 3 timeouts apiece. So we've got 1 remaining on either side here. If we do go to overtime or if we are needing it down the stretch. This is still a bit of a broken buy though. Take a look. Alexi's had to buy into a FAMAS here. Reza's 3.7 to purchase with. Could be MP9 territory for a B defender who will need to make sure he can stall out the stairs. Well, he's gone for a FAMAS as well here. Diffuse kits? What you saying?
No need, because no plants, Chad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. If they can stop it again, but that has to be part of the round though, right?
They should have a kit.
But that consideration that has to come into this round, right? So without a kit in play here, if we do go into post plant and they're not in favorable positions, potentially a save.
I want to see how they use their nades, right? Like, are they going to use them to deny plant, or are they going to continue to harass right down ramp Brollan? See, it says 29, but here it says 30.
I guess it's because he's had a TK maybe at some point.
Who are you going to believe?
Ooh.
HLTV or Vlad?
I don't know, man. I don't like it when dad and dad fight. Oh my god, look at Skulls!
It should be a save.
Yeah.
This round's over. We mentioned no kit. Bomb's going to go
Finally.
down. They're not in a favorable position. That's 13. The money's still not good on the NiP side. They'll have to retain these guns and hope that they stack correctly. Then when they lose that, they're not going to be able to invest anything.
Just hanging out. What about you?
He's not looking like he's having a great time, is he? Where's the loss bonus at? It should be, what are we talking? 2,900 into the next?
Yeah.
Okay, so Brollan can drop a Silence Dem 4. I'm not sure who else is rocking. I assume Hedrick as the AWPer is rocking a Silence Dem 4 as well, so he should be able to drop one as well. So I guess they could buy, but that means for the final round, yeah, this is going to get a real sticky situation here. I'll be interested to see if they want to pull out the final timeout they have available. Oh, Hedrick, very brave. Steps back in.
I'm clenching in that moment.
I saw physically reeling from the concept of him potentially losing that AWP.
Yeah, he survived though, so all is fine. Sigh of relief, but still paiN in the game now. 4 rounds in a row. They don't want to give it up, do they? It's that like late comeback they had on Nuke with a big CT side streak that eventually NiP just broke. I like the smoke again. They keep taking quick B stairs, and the AWP has to respect it. The flash pushes him off. They've half bought. It's a safer decision. They're going to have everything next round, and maybe they can win this one.
Oh dear, Alexi, if you go right side of this smoke, the AWP might be waiting. If you stay left, acceptable. And Brollan, another one, and another opener.
Oh, now he's at 30.
Conflicts also crept through middle. paiN are getting put in a box here, and they might lose this AWP on the rotate. Damage! AWP on the angle. Zevy will get the trade at least. Throws the AWP away. That's something for any lurking player to find.
AWP's here. This is nice.
Hedrick in the right spot, right time, and now's the time to deliver. Molly going to displace him, but he's got teammates moving around. Rez, full blind, but up close with the 5-7, and there's Hedrick finishing off another. Zevy left in the clutch, and he tries his damnedest, but will get locked out. NiP on a low buy, pick up the victory 2-0.
Great game from Brollan here, right? You look at his impact on this map in terms of the opening kill department. That was great, but the multi-kills as well. Ended up with over 30 frags in this one, so a great haul from him. It got close in the end with the scoreline, but it felt like it was NiP's map no matter what.
Yeah, Rez and Brollan both looking good, and two players we questioned a lot coming into this group where you had a lot to prove for NiP, a group where it feels like they must make it out considering...